Good evening. If you run across this video, I would like for you to go with me to 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 22. That's 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 22. And it reads, But Samuel replied, Does the Lord delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as much as in obeying the Lord? To obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed is better than the fat of rams. To obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed is better than the fat of rams. Now, this verse in 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 22 means obedience to God is no small matter. We all know that. God wants servants he can trust, and when he finds them, he entrusts authority to them. Obedience is never easy. No, it's not. Obedience is not easy because God have been trying to get me to get this video out for a while now. And I had every excuse in the book not to do it. Every excuse but the right excuse. So he's been on me hard about it recently, and I'm just like, okay, like he's not gonna let up, and this is something that needs to be done. This is something that needs to be done. So what I wanted to say is, whoever run across this video, I wanted to let you know, whatever you're going through, whatever you're waiting on God for, don't give up on God, because he has not given up on you. He will not give up on you. Hear me. Whatever you're going through, whatever you have asked God for, do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on God. He has not given up on you, and he has heard your prayer. Sometimes God will let us run until we're tired. And sometimes God will allow us to go through certain situations. He has to. It's not to hurt us. It's not to harm us. But it's just something that he has to do. But listen, God is about to bless somebody. God is about to release somebody. And God is about to deliver somebody. He is about to do it now. And the reason I say it is because he has been on me lately about getting this video out. Like, he would not let up. So I'm like, okay, God, I hear you. Even though I'm comfortable with the camera, I'm shy, I'm gonna do it. So this is what I'm doing. Listen, my life, and I know I'm not the only one, but my life has not been a straight road. Listen, if God doesn't do anything else for me, he has done enough. He has done enough. And I say that to say this. I thought I had my whole life planned out. I thought I had my whole life figured out. Well, I did have my whole life figured out. I had my whole life figured out. I was clubbing Monday through Sunday, drinking, smoking every day, sun up, sundown. I had a drug addiction. I was a lesbian for 16 years. I was in a gang. I ain't fear nothing. I ain't fear nobody. I had no respect for nobody because I didn't care, and couldn't nobody touch me. From vandalizing, in and out of jail, just, I thought I was just being me. Possessed. Possessed. The devil's advocate. But I had so many scales over my eyes to where I couldn't see. I thought I was just living life. Oh, I had it all figured out. You couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing. Just knew I was going to be married to a woman. Yep. Boom, out of the blue. Out of the blue. Something just shook in my life. I didn't ask for it. I didn't pray about it. But what I know now is God know our heart. God know exactly who we are. Whether we go to him and tell him or not, he knows our heart. He knows the real us. So God knew all the things that I was out here doing. That it wasn't me. The things that I was doing, it was out of my league. It was out of my control. But I couldn't snatch my life back myself. I couldn't. But he knew that I was useful to him. God knew I was useful to him. And he let me run, and he let me go on and on until I got tired, and he started shaking things up. When he started shaking things up, I still didn't know what was going on. All of a sudden, I stopped liking girls. Where'd that come from? I just knew I was going to marry a male woman. I stopped liking girls. I stopped dealing with girls. I haven't dealt with a girl in 6 years. I didn't question it. Okay. After I lost the desire of girls, I became clean of my addiction. I didn't pray about my drug addiction. He just took the taste out of my mouth. I would go get it, and I would try to do it, and it was like I didn't want it anymore. I didn't go through any bad detox or none of that. I no longer wanted to do drugs. I've been 4 years clean of drugs. Okay. Drinking was my best friend. One day I went out to the club. I got me a tub of alcohol. I never forget. I'm standing at the table and I'm just drinking. Next thing I know, I run to the bathroom. I'm puking all over the place. I couldn't handle the alcohol anymore. And guess what? 3 years clean of alcohol. I didn't pray about it. Smoke cigarettes. I had to have a cigarette. There was no way I was going without a Newport. Never in a day. And this is what happened. 2021. I caught COVID. COVID didn't affect me at all. But I knew I had it. Caught COVID. Second day of COVID, I step out on my back porch to try to smoke a cigarette. The worst taste ever. The worst taste ever. I threw it. I've been 2 years clean of cigarettes. 2 years clean. I ain't pray about it. And last but not least, 2.5 years of celibacy. I haven't been intimate in 2.5 years. All of these things that God have delivered me from, I didn't pray about it. I didn't go to him about it. But he knew my heart. He knew the things that I was doing was not of me. He knew it was not me. And all the things that I was doing while I was up under the influence of the drugs the alcohol, the clubbing. It had me distracted. It had me distracted from who I really was. And it was after I was free of all of this when I really came into who I really was. Do y'all not know I never knew who I was until I became free of all of this? I never knew I was shy. I never knew I really cared about people. I never knew. I never knew I cared about people because back then I didn't care who you was, what you did, how you did it. Stay out my way. I was a hot mess. I didn't care. But after all of this, I found out I'm shy. I love people so much. Like if I could, like, listen, I'll run 1,000 miles for a person. I don't like for nobody to get treated bad. Like, I am the opposite of everything that I used to do. I did not ask this man to deliver me of none of this, but he knew my heart. He knew what type of person I was. I didn't even know myself. It's like he said, okay, enough is enough. Like, I need you back. And he get the glory for all of this. I know it's some people now that look at me like, who is this girl? Because they used to call me a pig. That is not pig. I used to dress like a boy. I stopped dressing like a boy, I dressed like a girl. I would never wear girl clothes. Never. Girl clothes was so uncomfortable to me. Girl clothes. He just changed it. God just changed it all. So I just knew I had my life. But like that verse in Jeremiah 29:11, I'm living it. I know the plans that I have for you. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you, to give you hope in the future. He mean every word that he say. He mean every word. And I don't know who I am talking to, but whatever you're going through, whatever you feel like you can't get through, you can get through it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And you gonna get through it. And he sent me to tell you today that if he could bring me through all of this that I've been through, he coming for you. He coming. And he's coming right now. He's coming right now. So instead of giving up, give it to him. Don't give up. Give it to him. Get on your knees. Give it to him. Tell him that you're tired. Tell him that you surrender. Tell him that you can no longer do it on your own, that you need him. You know how many angels in heaven would rejoice? You know how many angels in heaven would rejoice? Do not let the sun go down on you without going to him. Do it now. He did it for me. He did it for me. I don't even know how I made it to the end of this video. Because at the beginning of this video, I was shy. I done recorded this video about 6 times. And I'm like, okay, but I'm just going to let you flow through me. And I'm not going to edit. I'm not going to try to perfect it. I'm just going to record it and send it out of obedience. And I pray that this video helps whoever it needs to help. No matter how big your situation is, no matter how small, God does the impossible. If he could break me free of everything that I've been through without asking him, he can do it for you, and he's going to do it for you. God was not pushing me to get this testimony out for nothing. There's somebody who was at the end of your rope. But that end of your rope, that's not the end of it. It's the beginning. It's not the end. It's the beginning. Don't give up. He's going to take it from here. He is going to take it from here. So I hope this word blesses somebody, even if it just blesses one person. My spirit just feels so good right now because I got this word out. Even if it blesses one person, I've done my job. May God bless you, and may y'all have a blessed rest of your day.